I just kind of lost track of how many homes I'd been in. Shelters, group homes, boys' homes, foster homes, just moving around so much. And I did that all my life, all the way until I graduated high school. I was just mad, I was mad because my sisters and brothers went to a home together and I didn't understand why I couldn't go with them, And every time I thought I found a good home, they would take me out of it. I had a lot of anger, a lot of hate. And to be honest with you, even though I had that in my heart, I love people, which never made sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, I love people, but I guess it was me that I hated. I felt like I wasn't good enough, no matter what I did. And that was the spirit of performance, because a lot of foster homes I'd been in, didn't matter what I did for them, it was never good enough. I never felt good enough for anybody. My addiction didn't really start until I was out of high school. I ended up getting married when I was like 19, 20. Thought I was doing the right thing because, I had gotten my girlfriend pregnant at the time, and that didn't work out. She took my son from me. And that was when I really kind of just went downhill and started getting into hard stuff and started shooting up. And I went from like age 21 to 33. I didn't stop, not a day. I was, out in the street, and I got hit by a car and broke my back, and then I ended up going to jail with a broken back, and it really kind of humbled me. I ended up getting out of jail, and I was sober probably about 7 years. I got married, got remarried with my beautiful wife. God gave me a good family. He gave me a home. When I got out of jail, I went from having absolutely nothing. I didn't have my ID, I didn't have no social security card, nothing, to just, when he says he will restore tenfold, he did. And I was really leaning on God. I was going to church, I was doing my groups. And when I stopped doing all those, kind of like fell away from God. I ended up getting another accident, pretty bad accident, and ended up having to have back surgery over it. And I think that's really what got me going back to, I went smoking weed. And I was like, you know how it is, you're like, it's just weed. It's just like, I was just kind of justifying it. I was just in a real bad place, I'm like, God, you've gotten me this far, you've given me a home and a family and what I prayed for, and I was just kind of mad. I'm like, I got all this stuff, now I can't enjoy it. I was like, are you playing a cruel trick on me, kind of deal. I was mad, I was. I just got in a real dark place, man, real dark place, and I was just mad at God, It was just causing a lot of problems in my marriage and with my son, and I just kind of left the house because me and my wife was arguing, and started walking down the road, and I was just kind of done. And I got to Circle K down below my house, and I'm like, I'm just sitting there thinking, what am I doing? What's the purpose? And I'm just thinking about going to get high. Well, I went in to get some coffee, and I noticed this guy, he's just struggling to pay for something. He was going to the ATM, I'm just sitting there watching him. He couldn't pay for it, and and I just felt for him. He left his stuff there. I paid for it and brought it out to him, and he was just so thankful. And God kind of showed me at that moment, like, who I was. Like, this is who you are. This is what you're meant to do. You're meant to help people. I called Chris, I was like, man, I need to get in now. Like I need it now. And he said, come in Monday. So that's how I got here. I think the first 3 weeks I was here was rough. Not because of the place, not because of a wake, but just because of me. Being away from my family, I'm like, here I am again. I should have known better. Like, I've been doing this all my life. I was just stressed and worried. And I just laid it down, man. It was just like, all right, I'm gonna stop worrying. I'm gonna stop stressing. And I'm just gonna lean into it. I was in class one day, and we was having one of the Bible studies that was teaching on patience. And it was Proverbs 20:21. It says, inheritance gained hastily in the beginning will not be blessed in the end. And that really just kind of hit me. I think that's one of the things that helped me out the most. I'm like, all right, I need to sit still and just see what I can get out of this program. And I knew I would only get out what I put in. The choices we make ultimately lead us to where we're at, and we can choose not to go back. and we can choose a better future. It's really how much you want it. And that's kind of like where I'm at. Like, I don't only want this, but I need this. I need God. I need people around me, my community around me, because I can't do it alone. None of us can do it alone. I'm just looking forward to being able to enjoy what God's given me, kind of deal. Like, not take it for granted. I'm looking forward to ministry work. I'm already digging into that. I'm just looking forward to being the man that God created me to be, wholeheartedly and truly, and just being able, I want to help somebody, anybody. I've always had that in my heart. You know, God calls us to serve. So I'm looking forward to being able to serve.